here today with Kevin from this fucking badass band, Fire Down Below.
Yep.
Um, Again, right? Thanks for being here. Greatly appreciate it. I actually stumbled upon the band. I was listening to, there's a band local to me called Blessed Black,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys came up like on Spotify with them, and it was California that played. So
Yep.
I listened to California probably 4 or 5 times, and then I grabbed the album, and holy fuck, it's good.
Thanks, man. Really appreciate it.
No, I appreciate it. Like I love hearing good music.
Thanks a
Um,
lot. Thanks a lot.
so I started digging in, and I was like, okay, what are they about? For me, right, a lot of like Kyuss and Queens of the Stone Age
Yeah.
sounds in there. I like how you guys mix a little bit of everything. Um, some psych, some surf, some stoner rock. It's, you know, just
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a combination of of a lot of sounds and bands that we like. So like you mentioned, Kai is a big influence, of course. I think you can hear it in the music that we write.
yep,
Uh, Kai is a big influence. Also, Fu Manchu is a big influence on this album.
yeah.
Um, so I think those are the two main influences for the album. We wanted to make a fun record. I hope that comes through. Uh,
Yes.
so yeah,
Yeah. Starts fun with Cocaine Hippo. Like
yeah. The title has nothing to do with the song. We just like the title of the. We just like the phrase "cocaine hippo,"
yeah,
uh, because I don't think the lyrics have nothing to do with the actual title of the song. I think.
right.
Uh,
Well, so yeah, just on the Cocaine Hippo, I live in Kentucky in the US, and we
yeah,
have the Cocaine Bear.
a, a cocaine bear. Okay,
Yeah.
explain what's a cocaine bear.
So, s- there was a plane flying over that was loaded with cocaine, and it dropped a bunch of coke off in the mountains,
Uh-huh.
and a bear found the coke and started eating it, and it went wild and ended up dying. There's a movie about it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a true story, or
Yes.
it is.
Yeah. It
It's a cool story, man.
that's fucking wild. Like leave it to the Americans to do some ridiculous shit. Uh
Cool.
so how did you guys meet and the band come together?
Well, the band I joined the band in 2014 or 15, I think, but the band already existed before that. So you have the singer and the bass player, the singer Jeroen and the bass player Bert. They know each other for a very long time, and they started out as more as a grungy kind of band with like huge Nirvana influence and stuff. And then I joined together with the drummer in I think 2014 or 15, more or less. Yeah. And then the genre also changed a bit. So we went from or they went from grunge to the more stoner kind of sound that we have right now. Yeah.
Hell yeah. So how did you all meet? Was it just like looking for other bandmates or friends already?
Yeah, I was coming from another band that disbanded, and then I was looking for for new just a new band to join. And I think it was just an ad on Facebook or something like that. It's when- yeah, it was something like that. And then I talked with the guys, and then we rehearsed a few times, and then some cool grooves were coming out, and then we thought, hey, we might be onto something here. And so yeah, that's about 10 years ago right now.
Yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
yeah,
Well,
and
that's awesome.
yeah, that's our third album right now. Uh,
Yep.
that has
So
been
with like you guys started, did the first album automatically like come out on Ripple, or did you guys DIY it and then hook
yeah.
up?
We first DIY it, so we released it ourselves on Bandcamp. And I was looking for reviews, so I wrote to a lot of blogs and stuff to ask for reviews for the album, and then I stumbled on Ripple Music. So I sent the album to Todd Severin, the CEO of Ripple Music,
Mhm.
and I asked him to review the album, and he said, "Yeah, yeah, I'm going to review it. I'm going to listen to it." And he said, "Hey, you know that we're also a very cool label." I thought, "Oh yeah, yeah, really." So and then he asked, "Yeah, so you want to talk? I really like it, and I would like to release the album." So that was in 2015, no, 2016, I think, or 2017. We released the album ourselves in 2016, I think, and it got released on Ripple in 17. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, and they're very cool people. There's Todd's a very cool guy who really believes in the band and supports the band. So yeah, we're really happy with the label we're on.
Hell yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it's always good when you've got someone behind you that actually believes in what you're
yeah,
doing, you know?
yeah, and he keeps pushing the music, and so that's great. Yeah, it's really awesome to
Hell
join,
yeah.
to be in the Ripple family.
Yeah, I know the Obsessed just released Gilded
Yeah,
Sorrow,
yeah,
which what
uh-huh.
a what a great freaking album that is too. Holy
Yeah, yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. He's got a lot of great artists on his roster, Todd.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been on a roll lately.
Hell
So
yeah,
we're very proud to be on the same label as the Obsessed, for instance. Of course, for us that's great. Yeah,
for sure. So you guys look like you guys are playing a bunch of shows around Europe.
yeah, mostly around Europe. Yeah,
Yeah. Do
yeah.
you have any plans to get over to the States?
We would like to, of course, like I think any European band would like to to tour the United States. The thing is, it's incredibly expensive
Yes.
to do so. So I think that's a major issue. But never say never. So we're gonna see what happens, and of course, we would love to tour the US, of course.
Hell yeah. Well, hopefully we can get you guys over here because
Yeah.
I'd love to have you. I want to experience that live show, man.
Thanks, man.
The album, I can only imagine. Like I listened to it, you know, obviously front to
Mhm.
back, and it's just as a whole super solid, and it takes you on a fucking trip that there's a lot of artists out there, and a lot of artists have a lot of really good songs, but
Yeah,
the album as a whole is like, eh. So when you find an album that is front to back, just it just hits you and takes you. You're like,
yeah,
I'm
cool,
like,
man.
holy fuck.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, we're still, we like to listen to. I like to listen to an album in a whole. So, and we put a lot of effort in every song and every part of every song. There's a lot of debates going on. So, what should we do there? Do we have to take a guitar solo there, or was going to have to make it interesting or to keep it interesting? So, yeah, we think a lot about the songs. Yeah, uh,
Right on. Well, it comes through. It comes through well on this end. I think I honestly I've just been raving about the band since I've been freaking since I found it. I was just like, holy shit. Make my
yeah.
wife listen to it, all my
Oh,
friends. I'm like, you gotta listen to this.
did your wife like it as well? Yeah.
I mean my
Uh,
she's like, yeah, it's okay. But my
it's
she's a hippie, you know, she doesn't
uh,
listen to a lot of heavier stuff.
okay.
So
Yeah,
she likes Queens of the Stone Age though, so
yeah,
I'm like, all right, you're getting there. I'm getting you there.
yeah. I know. I get the reference. I get the Queens of the
Yeah.
Stone Age reference. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So that album just came out, what, like October or something?
September. Yeah, we released beginning of September. Yeah,
Right on. And you released it on all formats, right? Like CD and streaming, vinyl.
yeah. That's what Ripple Music is doing for us. So yeah, it's on vinyl, it's on CD, it's on Spotify, it's all on the streaming platform. So you can find us if you want to find us. You can find us.
Hell yeah. All right. So I'll have to order a vinyl today.
Okay,
Um,
great.
so how often do you guys get to play out?
You mean like shows?
Yeah.
Well, now it depends. It kind of depends because the past couple of months have been rather quiet. But now here in Belgium, we're going to play a number of songs of a number of shows now. So I think we have a show or 10 lined up right now. Most of them are in Belgium or France or the Netherlands, so around Belgium. But we're looking to yeah, to expand, of course, and to play further away
Yeah.
to spread the music. Yeah.
So so are you guys like actively looking to go out and do like a month around Europe, or are you guys just doing like the weekend warrior kind of thing?
For now, we're doing the weekend warrior kind of thing. Uh, because well we all have jobs and
Yeah.
kids and and so we have to make it all work together, which is not that easy from time to time. But yeah, we're looking so now we're looking into France. I think Bert is or Bert had some contacts to play some weekenders in France. And yeah, we just look what we can do and what we can get, and then we do it, of course. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, so obviously you guys are still, in the grand scheme of things, a relatively young band, Obviously the band started in 2011, but in this current lineup,
Yeah.
2014, 2015,
Yeah, more.
uh, how like what shows have you played or experiences have you had that have just really solidified like, okay, this is the band.
Yeah. Well, we played. Do you know the Desert Fest
Hmm.
uh, festivals? So there's Desert Fest Belgium, which is in Antwerp. We did that twice already. Um, I think that's solidified the band as how do you say it in English? As a so that then we knew, okay, now it's legit.
Yeah.
Now it's for real. So we played Desert Fest twice. We played Desert Fest London as well. We did some cool festivals in the Netherlands. We did a support show for Fu Manchu here in Belgium as well.
Hell yeah.
Uh, yeah, it was really cool. Um, yeah, so yeah, that's we did a Ripple Fest, as you can see behind me. There's a poster behind me of Ripple Fest. So yeah, those
Hell
kind of
yeah.
shows are kind of the home, the main shows that we did up until now. There's also a very big metal festival here in Belgium, which is called Alcatraz. I don't know if maybe I've heard of it. And so we're playing that also this summer. Well, it's also for the second time, which is a great festival, cool show, a lot of people, so a lot of exposure for us.
Good.
And so those things are going very well. Yeah,
Right on. So that you said it's called Alcatraz?
Alcatraz. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I've so many festivals. I think I've heard of it. How do you know who headliners are there this year?
I have to look it up. Like, oh, I think this, but it's really metal oriented. So we're kind of not. I don't think we're a metal band. I think we're a stoner rock band. So the main acts are really like the Opeth stuff and uh, those kind of bands that
So
headline.
so you guys are kind of the weirdos on the bill.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
Well,
But
good. You'll
then again, Elder played there last year as well, so they do program some stoner
okay.
well, so which is kind of cool, of course. And Björn Björk is playing also this year. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah,
Well, and good for Elder that just going out on
yeah.
that
With the tool, as
yeah.
tool support. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yeah, looks like they had a really good response from that.
yeah. I hope for them. I hope so for them. We know Nick because he was the producer of the album. Uh,
Hell
so
yeah.
he came over. He lives in Berlin. Nick Di Salvo from Elden lives in Berlin. And we asked him to produce the latest album. So and then he came over for 10 days together with his good friend and very good engineer and sound man Richard Berends from Samsara Blues Experiment. And so they came over and we went to the studio with them for 10 days. And he was a producer of the album, which was kind of cool because he's a really fucking good guitar player and songwriter. So it was
Yeah.
very nice to work with him. Me myself as being the guitar player in the band, so it was very nice. Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, do you feel like he brought a new element to the production side of it for the band.
Yeah, I think it was the first time that we worked with somebody external. Um, because the first two albums we totally did it DIY, and so now we thought we're gonna do it a bit different because we wanted to have some input from somebody who has a lot of experience with the music that we're writing. And then so we recorded all the songs at home, then we sent it to him, and then he already made remarks and it suggested to change things. And then so we went via Zoom meetings and stuff like that. We talked to each other. And then in the studio, he was also talking about the sounds, how the album should sound, what's cool, where we can do some extra stuff and things like that. So I think, yeah, he had a big role in how the album sounds and also how the songs are composed. Yeah,
Hell yeah. Well, that
which was a cool experience. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Well, going from doing everything internally to having that outside source, you know, it's the I refer to it as like living in a house with 1,000 pets and being nose blind, right? Like you
yeah,
have this and you have it and you love, you know, it's your life and you love it. But then
yeah,
you
yeah,
you get that outside source and you're like, oh shit, you're absolutely right. It's
yeah.
totally
And also, it's very important that it was Nick DiSalvo because, um, I mean, like, you have to accept the critique, the criticism, or you have to be able to accept the criticism as well. And so, Nick, as being a very good producer and musician in general, it was easier easier to accept it, if you
yeah.
understand what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
when there's
we had a great time with him. Yeah.
hell yeah. That's good. And I think it's important to, when you do something like that, to do it with someone that you respect and
Yeah.
enjoy their work, right? Because
Yeah, yeah,
then,
yeah. Yeah. We
then,
made a list. Yeah, we actually made a list of people who we wanted to work with, and also considering what would we be able to, or who would be able to ask,
Mhm.
because of course we can ask Bob Rocker, but he's not gonna say, "Hey, yeah, guys, yeah, I'm gonna work with you." So, but we met Nick at Desert Fest here in Belgium, and backstage, then he saw our show and well, he liked what we were doing, and so that was the first time we met. And then afterwards, we thought about, hey, why don't we ask Nick to be the producer? And he's a very cool, accessible guy. And we asked him, and he said, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Hell
So
yeah.
yeah, it was very easy. Yeah.
Good shit. So it seems like, you know, it seems like you guys have a lot of really good shit going on for the band as a whole. How does that uh for you, right? How does that affect the whole family?
You mean the
You like your family, right? Like with with the band,
yeah,
you know, taking time out to go and do 10 days of recording and go and play, you know, France and Belgium and Netherlands or whatever.
with the family at home? You mean with
Yes.
the kids and wife
Yes.
and
Yeah.
well, well, my girlfriend, I'm not married actually, but my girlfriend's very supportive. So she says, yeah, if you can do it, yeah, yeah, go ahead and do it. My kids are already a bit older as well, so that makes it easier for me. Um, but the drummer has a small kid. I think it's yeah. If you have small children, I think it's more difficult to do. Yeah, but we manage. We manage. We just have to. Uh, yeah, to make an agenda or to talk it through with everybody, and but I think a lot of things are possible. Uh, but of course,
Absolutely.
we have to take into account the families and the children and stuff and the work and yeah, it's a
Yeah.
puzzle sometimes. Yeah,
It's a puzzle all the time. Like
it's a
it,
puzzle always. So
yeah.
uh,
So how far out do you guys plan for shows?
like in time
Yes.
or time wise, like right now we're looking for the end of the year. So I got in contact today with somebody from France to see if we can play some shows in France. Um, so like yeah, 6, 7, 8 months before. We have to
Okay.
start looking for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, Especially if you would like to play the bigger festivals and stuff, then you have to be really early to present yourself and yeah, to try to score a gig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that, especially with those big festivals, because everyone's like, we want to play, you
Yeah.
know?
We're not the only stoner band around,
Yeah,
so a
right.
lot of cool bands. Yeah.
Have you guys looked into getting like a booking agent or anything like that yet?
Yeah, we have a booking agent for the Netherlands, who fixed a couple of shows for us. Um, well, of course, we would like to have a booker for the rest of Europe, but it also means that you have to make, how do I say it? If you have a booker and they say, oh, "Hey guys, I got a cool show like in Greece, I don't know," or you can do a tour of 1 month, or you can go with that band with a bigger band on tour.
Mhm.
Um, if you make that commitment to the booker, then the booker also expects, I think, that if he asks you, so guys, you're gonna do that tour with that bigger band, then you also have to commit to that. And that's a bit difficult for us with the all the family and the work stuff to make that commitment before. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Understand what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, it's
So,
tough to really make that commitment when you do have all the
yeah.
commitments at home, right?
Yeah,
Because
that's a bit the reason. And I also think that bookers would like to have a committed band who can do all the things that they present. So if they say, here's Fu Manchu, they're going on tour for 1 month in Europe. You guys can join them. Then of course we have to say yes.
yeah,
uh, but well, yeah, it's not always possible to do that, I think.
yeah, that's true. You know, I feel like if you guys just keep doing what you're doing, right, you're gonna get it, and you'll be able to hit those guarantees enough to cover whatever,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
you know.
Yeah, I think we're on that level. That's so we have the 3 albums now, and we would like to get further, and we would like to do the tours. But I think it's now a moment that uh, we need to make that jump
Mhm.
or to take the next step to do the touring thing a lot more intensively than we're doing today. If we would like to keep growing, I think.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's
I think, yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say there's that level, like a leap of faith, right? Where
Yeah,
you're like, okay, how much do we actually believe in it,
yeah,
right?
that's
Like,
true.
and let's do it, because I like every band started out right
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
where you
that.
guys are. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. So now it's time to yeah to take that jump. I think yeah, uh, which of course we have to take everything into account and we have to discuss it first. Uh, I think we would all really love to play music every day. So
yeah,
that's not the issue, of course. Life is the issue.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's music is part of life,
yeah, music
right?
is part of life. It is, man.
So,
Yeah,
so really at this point, it's figuring out where the pieces actually fit in, and
yeah, that's correct. Yeah,
which is cool. Well, I think it's really cool. I think you guys, you've got just a tremendous sound,
thanks,
and
man.
you
Yeah.
know the album, Low Desert Surf Club, just
Mhm.
so fucking good. I can't get over it.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm really obsessed with guitar sounds and guitar pedals, and uh, I make pedals myself. I'm an engineer, so I make pedals for myself.
Okay.
Uh, so yeah, I'm really obsessed with how guitar sounds and yeah, everything we can do with it.
So the pedals that you use, are they the pedals you used on the album, are they the pedals you made?
There are a couple of clones that I used on the pedal, clones of famously known pedals. There's also one pedal that we made ourselves for to go with the release with the album. So if you go to our Bandcamp, you can buy the Low Desert Surf Fuzz
Oh yeah.
yeah, pedal, which has the same art as the shirt that we're selling. So we already sold a lot of them, so that's cool. There's also a little demo online on YouTube to check out. That's a pedal that I designed completely myself.
Right on.
So yeah, that's cool. Cool to have as a merch item.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, of course, not everybody's going to buy that. I think mainly, of course, guitar players are going to buy that, or
It
bass players,
and
uh,
real nerds, right? Like
or
people are
real
like,
nerds
yeah,
like me, guitar nerds like me, are going to
yeah.
buy
Shit, me,
that.
I'm like, I might just buy it because I think it's fucking cool. I don't know.
Yeah, it is cool. Yeah, you can buy it if you think it's cool. You can also buy it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't
Mhm.
have to use it, just buy the damn thing.
Yeah, just buy the damn thing, put it on a shelf, look at it. Yeah.
So through the release of the three albums, have you guys seen a steady like increase in, I'm gonna say sales, but just in your fan base as a whole?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think we were very new to the scene, of course, with the first album. I think we made a lot of fans with the first album, and then the fan base has grown. Yeah, of course. We sold a lot of the last album in September when it came out. Um, so that's very good, of course.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, the fan base is growing also internationally. I can see it because I also do all the merch orders. That's also I do the merch stuff, and I also noticed that I have to send a lot of vinyl and CDs abroad and shirts, and so that's going very well. Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's good. Uh, where where have you seen the largest pickup in your fan base as far as like shipping stuff internationally?
United States,
Cool.
of course, Ripple Music has something to do with that, I think.
Just a little bit. Yep.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. Um, yeah, of course, the United States is yeah. I get to send a lot of stuff to the US. Also, you can buy our album on Ripple Bandcamp page as well. So then it goes from Ripple directly to the fan, of course.
Right. Well, that's cool. So and you guys have a band camp also.
Yeah, that's true. Correct. Yeah.
Uh,
So
what
it's
all go ahead.
yeah, it's firedownbelow.bandcamp.com.
There we go.
Okay.
That's kind of what I was looking for. What
Okay.
all what all do you guys have available on your band camp for sale?
We have vinyl. The three albums are available. We still have CDs from the three albums. There are still shirts available. Shirts, fuzz pedal, some trucker hats still available. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you can find there.
Right on. Do you guys do like patches for like someone's battle vest or whatever?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We have a lot of them as well. They're also for sale on the Bandcamp page. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah, you can find them there.
Badass. All right. I got a lot of shit I need to buy.
We do offer discounts if you buy more than one thing.
Yeah, I don't care. I just want to support the band. That's
That's cool,
the,
man. Yeah,
you
that's
know,
really cool.
that's the important thing. Support the band, keep the music going.
Yeah, that's I really appreciate that. Yeah.
So of your shows, do you like keep posters? You know, obviously you've got Ripple Fest behind you. It looks
Yeah,
like is that Desert Fest the other one?
yeah. This one, that's Desert Fest from Belgium. There are other posters around the room, like road. No, not so the Fu Manchu show. We also have a poster. Um, yeah, I like to keep the posters because I have this room for myself here at home, and then I just yeah, stick them on the wall
Yeah.
to look at. Uh, yeah,
Yeah, I do the same thing. I've got them all
yeah, I can
around.
see the. I don't see it's Cannibal Corpse,
That's
right?
Cannibal
Yeah,
Corpse with Whitechapel Revocation and Signs of the Swarm, I think. And then
and
this is a local band, local here called Dead City Rejects. This
yeah,
is a set list from Battlecross. There's a Battlecross tour poster right here. Then there's Deftones over here. I've got Melvins over here, and there's some Foo Fighters and some more Melvins. I've
yeah. It's cool, man. It's also a set list on the
yeah,
Cannibal Corpse thing.
yeah.
That's
So the place they played, that was actually a really cool story. The place they played has a balcony up top, and we were like literally look over the balcony and the stage is right here. We're like side stage, you know?
Yeah.
So at the end of the set, one of the roadies comes out and starts breaking down, and he grabs the set list, and I'm like, "Hey dude, can I get it?" He wraps it around a water bottle and
I chose
throws
it
it up
up.
to,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
I
cool,
was
man.
like, "Yeah."
That's a cool story, man.
So it was like good shit. I go to a lot of shows,
Mm.
obviously, because I'm a little bit of a music nerd. And I try to get some sort of memorabilia from the show so I can frame it and hang it, or put it in a scrapbook somewhere. And
Yeah,
um I I collect vinyl. My kids are like, "Why?" Like,
yeah, yeah. It's
when
not
you
a cool kids thing, I think,
no, no.
anymore.
I think it's getting there, but they're like, "Would you die? Why do you collect it?" I was like, "Well, honestly, I collect it because I like it, but then when I
Yeah,
die, there's a
yeah,
lot in here that either you're going to enjoy or you can sell and get a lot of money for." And my
yeah.
daughter's like, she goes,
Uh,
"It's not worth that much." And I pulled it up, and she goes, "Oh." I'm like,
yeah.
"Yeah, I got a lot of
How old is your daughter? Or how?
my so my daughter is 17 and my son is
Yeah,
19."
yeah. Okay, so they're a bit older than mine. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah, I'm also a teacher, so I teach, and the kids I have in school are like 17, 18 years old, but they don't listen to the stuff that you and I listen to. Sadly, I don't know how it is in the US, but over here in Belgium, no, they don't listen to rock music anymore.
no.
No, or they know, like, of course, like Foo Fighters, they know. Or so if they ask me what kind of music do you play, so then I have to say, do you know Queens of the Stone Age? Because that's of course the most famous band
Yeah,
that they could possibly know. Then they go, yeah, well, I kind of heard of it, but not a big fan. Or uh, even Nirvana. If I say Nirvana, then I think half of them don't know who Nirvana is, which is
yeah,
my mind is completely what?
yeah,
It's not possible, man. That's not possible. But
yeah. Well, I think in the US it's pretty similar, right? We we in our house we do our best to give the kids access to all the
mm,
music, right? Like they've been raised going to concerts. My
yeah,
they we let them pick our we let both the kids pick our summer vacation in 2017, and they chose to drive up to Minneapolis to go see Deftones and
oh,
Guns
that's
N'
cool.
Roses. Yeah,
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
it was cool. And now it's, like my daughter's, God, she's been to more concerts than most people I know. Like
Hmm.
our best year, she went to like 70 concerts with me.
Nice. Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
so
But
now it's we went to Louder Than Life last year, and for me it was a reality that her and her boyfriend, you know, up until this point, she had been with us the whole time, right? Hey, I want to go look at this band. Okay. Right.
yeah,
So we go watch it. And this time she's 17 now. Her and her boyfriend off going to check out what they want to check out. Me and my wife can do our thing. It was like, huh. And I'm not concerned with the 180,000 people here. Like, she
yeah,
knows what to do. If she gets in
yeah,
trouble, she knows
yeah,
everything, you know?
yeah, yeah. Well, my oldest daughter is 12, so we're not there yet. Yeah.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Have you taken her to shows yet?
No, not yet. Not yet. No. I think it's a bit too early, I think. I don't know. It's not too early?
No.
No.
No. So the first metal show that Bailey, my daughter, went to was Max and Igor Cavalera doing the Return to Roots stuff, and she
Yeah.
was 9.
She was 9 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we
Uh,
don't see a lot of young kids at shows. I don't know. In the
are
US?
are
In the
they
US?
able to go in Belgium?
You mean can they get in? You like
Yes.
are they allowed to get in?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. I wouldn't know why not. I don't know. There's not an age, so it's not like you have to be 12 years old to enter or something. I don't think so.
Okay.
But do you see a lot of young people, like
Oh,
really young people going to shows in the
oh yeah.
US? Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
if it's so our shows are you have all ages, so literally anyone can go. And
Yeah.
then we've got 18 and up shows and 21 and up shows.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So um the actually this weekend there's two all ages shows and I'm excited because it's like the the kids can go and we see a lot of kids actually in there, right? And obviously the younger ones, everyone's got hearing protection, but
Yeah. And what's the difference between an all ages show and 21? What 21 plus? Yeah.
yeah. So
You
uh
can. Yeah.
in the US, like the 21 and up is just kind of a you get in and it's free reign, everyone can drink,
Ah, okay. Ah,
right?
okay. Do it. Okay. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah. Yeah.
How is it there? Do you guys have like an age limit on drinking?
Yeah, we have, I think it's like 16 to drink beer, and I think it's 18 for all the rest.
That shit's wild.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, I think it's like that. Yeah. Yeah.
God. We I
But
used to
yeah,
it's
we have a
always
lot of history here in Belgium with beers.
yeah.
All the famous Belgian beers. It's part beer is part of our culture here in Belgium. It really is.
Yeah, I love me a
So,
good Tripel.
yeah, triple beer or all the famous beers that are made here in Belgium.
Yeah.
So uh, it's
Damn.
in our DNA, I guess, or something like that.
Yeah, shit. We we used to have to go across the border to Canada if we wanted to drink legally under 21.
Yeah, really, yeah.
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 Yeah, I think it's probably still 19 there, but and that was
So yeah, so you're not allowed to drink anything below the age of 21.
correct.
Yeah, okay. If I tell that to my students, they will never believe they will
Yeah.
never believe that.
It
Yeah.
yeah, it's the truth though. Like
Yeah.
in order to legally drink, you've got to be 21 and like um how is weed over there? Is it legal?
It's not legal, no. It's not like in the Netherlands, which is just the country north of here.
Hmm.
There, I don't think it. Yeah, of course they have those coffee shops, the coffee shops where they sell the weed.
Yep.
And then I know that in Germany now they're also allowed or you're also allowed to buy weed, I think,
Okay.
or or to grow some weed at home. Uh, but it's not over here in Belgium. It's not legal. No,
Okay. Well,
not
it's growing
in the US.
in the US. Yeah,
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I think I I think half of our or maybe a little more than half it's legal in some aspect, whether it be medicinal or recreational.
yeah.
Um and then we've got a lot of holdout states and like I'm not a pot smoker. Like
Yeah.
I'm naturally stoned, I guess.
Yeah.
So I've tried to smoke a few times and it's like it
Hmm.
doesn't affect me, right? So I'm like, I get high off my music.
Yeah,
Uh,
which is also cool.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if someone wants to smoke weed, I don't care. I love the way it smells. Are you a pot smoker?
No, not. Sometimes, but not regularly. No.
Okay. And you still come out with these sounds. All right. So you're naturally high too.
Yeah, I'm naturally high on on music as well, I think. Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
on. So how old are your kids?
My kids are 10 and 12 years old. Yeah. So I have two daughters.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right on.
It's
Well,
cool. Cool. They like to listen to music, but like I told you before, not the music that I listen to. Sadly, because I have this whole room with all the instruments. They can. I have guitars. I have bass. I have a drum. I have keyboards over here, so they can, if they want, they can just come in here and play music. But no, they don't do it. No,
no.
I'm not pushing them to do it, of course, but um, well. not yet. Let's hope maybe in the future they do
Yeah.
get in here and pick up one of those guitars and
I th
start.
I think if you start pushing them, they're gonna shy away from it even more though.
Yeah,
Right.
I think so too. Yeah. So, but they like music. I know they like music, but just not the music that I'm into. So they like the Dua Lipa stuff and so the more pop music. They're very
Mhm.
into that stuff. I don't know anything about that music.
Yeah,
No,
me
really,
neither.
I do not. So then my daughter goes, "This is a very famous song. Do you know it?" And then I never heard of that song before, or I don't know who's the artist. Never heard of her. And I was like, "But Daddy, she's famous all over the world. It's like 1 billion views on YouTube and streams on Spotify." And then I go, "Yeah, sorry, I never heard of it."
Yeah. Not
So yeah,
that's funny.
yeah. I'm
But
still a very much a stoner and 90s grunge stuff. That's the music I grew up on. And yeah, I kind of stick to that music mostly.
Mhm.
It's not that I don't listen to other music as well, but I mostly mostly listen to that kind of music up until today. So
Yeah, I'm pretty, pretty much the same. I listened to a lot of the 90s. The grunge scene was
90s.
was real big for me. And then obviously I like stoner, but I like some real heavy stuff too, like getting into the gore grind and
Yeah.
just some brutal death metal and
Yeah.
like
Never been into that for some
ah
reason. No, it's yeah.
yeah, I like to nerd out on music. It's always been like that for me, right? So like for some of my earliest memories were staying up so I
Yeah.
could watch Headbangers Ball so I could see like Death and Death Angel
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Metallica and whoever else they were gonna play like
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I listened to so a lot of grunge and like for instance the first Tool album. No, that's not the first two. The first Tool album I heard, I was like 16 years old, which was kind of late. And I heard that album and I thought, yeah, that's so fucking cool. Now I have to buy a guitar and I have to I have to play that or I want to be able to play that. So there are a couple of bands that I enjoyed so much that they set me up on playing the guitar. Or like Alice in Chains, for instance. I'm a huge Alice in Chains fan
oh
as
yeah.
well. So like Jerry Cantrell is like a big guitar hero for me. And just when I heard it for the first time, I thought, fuck, that's so cool. I want to be able to do that as well. And so then fast forward 20 years, fast forward. And yeah, it's more than a hobby, of course, right now. So
Yeah.
uh,
So with obviously with Lane Staley passing away many years ago, what do you think about the new Alice in Chains?
uh, it's not the same, I think. I do enjoy it, of course. I still enjoy the music, but if I listen to Alice in Change, I'm not gonna put on one of the later albums.
Right.
I'm gonna put on one of the first albums, like the Dirt album, for instance. Of course, is very famous.
Oh yeah.
Uh, so yeah, I have that with other bands as well. I like the Soundgarden stuff. They Soundgarden also before Chris died, they made a new album in 24 begin 2010 or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, it didn't do it for me. I always gravitate towards the music that I listened to when I was a teenager, I guess.
I can see that. Now
Yeah.
I caught I caught them last year or the year before Alice in Chains with the new dude and honestly, it was a great fucking show.
Yeah, well, I seen them with the new guy as well, and I really do enjoy it. If they come to Belgium, then yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. I want to see that show. Uh,
Yeah,
I
and
never saw him with Lane Staley. Did you get to see him with Lane Staley? No.
I didn't.
No.
No, so at I think in those days I was busy doing like my own thing.
Yeah,
I was, still big into music, but I was focused on writing and recording and putting my stuff out there and
yeah.
doing my thing. So like all my energy went into that, and I didn't really go to a lot of shows. I went to a few here and there, and now I'm a little bit older, and probably I really started going to a lot of shows at probably 97 or 98, and it's been, nonstop since then. But
Since then, yeah, yeah.
yeah, and I really would have liked to see, the two bands I would have liked to see are Alice in Chains with Lane Staley, and I would have really liked to see Nirvana back in their day.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
know,
missed that too because they did come to Belgium, I think.
yeah,
Uh, I think it was 11 years. No, yeah, it must have been 11 or even younger, I think. So I wasn't into Nirvana at that point in time. But
yeah,
then afterwards, then you think, oh shit, yeah, I missed him.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
nothing you
Well,
could do about it.
so I had a buddy that my dad was a leather worker, like on the side, and there was a guy that lived a couple neighborhoods over that he did some leather work for, and he did the spiked, like, you know
Yeah, 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 yeah,
bands. The guy
yeah.
was like, uh so he turned me on to like Iron Maiden and Slayer and
Yeah.
all that shit when I was real young. And then as I got older, I was probably uh I think I was 12 or 13 when Bleach came out,
Yeah.
and he grabbed me and he goes, "Hey, you got to come by the house." I said, "Why?" Like, I've never been to your house. He goes, "Just come by the house. I've got this band that I think you're really going to like. I don't like them." And I'm like, "All right, cool." So he gives me
Bleach on.
Bleach, and I was just like, I I wore that fucking thing out. God, it was like nonstop. And yeah, it was the original thing that was unmastered. All my friends are like, "Dude, that sounds terrible. Why don't you get rid of it? Like, don't listen to it."
Yeah.
And, and I'm like, I remember this part vividly. Uh, my buddy, I was friends with this girl. We were just really good friends. We were talking on the phone, and it like the world premiere of Smells Like Teen Spirit came on MTV, and I
Yeah.
went fucking like, "Oh my God, I can't believe," like, and all my friends are at that point are like, "Dude, Nirvana's the best thing ever." And I'm like,
Of
"Fuck
course, yeah.
you."
Fuck you, man. Listen to this album, Bleach. Listen to this album.
Yeah. Like, you assholes, you fucking
Yeah,
hated that.
my band. It's my band. It's not
Yeah.
your band.
Right.
Uh,
But at that with that, I think that was really what turned me on to underground music,
yeah, 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 yeah,
and made me really start seeking stuff out, because
yeah,
there are so many really good bands
yeah,
that,
yeah. Of course. Yeah,
that just don't get the exposure. So I'm like, what,
yeah,
what can I do to find another killer band?
yeah. Well, I also have a. My dad used to have this small cassette from the so where on which he recorded songs from the 60s and 70s when he was when he was young. And I think that was my first introduction to alternative music. And so it had like Rolling Stones on it, it had Van Halen on it, it had all those great Jefferson Airplane, the psych stuff from
Yeah.
Jefferson Airplane. And I, one day I just took this cassette, I took it on a what do you call it, the thing to play it, put my headphones on,
Oh
and then
yeah.
I thought, okay, this is so cool, man. Yeah.
Like the
So also
Walkman.
like, yeah, a Walkman, yeah, that's a word. Yeah. So also like a lot of those bands as well. So like I'm a huge Doors fan, for instance. I like the Doors a lot. Um, I've seen them, of course, not with Jim Morrison, but I've seen the iteration with the guy from the Cults and
Hmm.
what's his name? Ian Ashbury, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, I saw that when they came over here. Uh, so yeah, I like Led Zeppelin, of course. I like as well. Uh, but a lot of those 70s, 60s, 70s bands that also got me into music, which is cool.
Yeah. Those are some, the
The
that's
classics. Yeah,
well, absolutely classic. And those are the bands that I think for a lot of people really help turn them from like, yeah, I can listen to some music into like, okay, I have to listen to some
Yeah,
music,
yeah. That's true. Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
especially looking back at the Doors and Sabbath and Jefferson Airplane and all of those bands, right?
yeah,
It was it was to go from the real poppy Beatles, I want to
yeah,
hold your hand and that kind of stuff
yeah.
into,
Yeah. Into
into
the
the yeah,
more rock and roll stuff, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
to it's heavier. It's, there's
The more psychedelic stuff, like I think, of course, the Doors are very psychedelic.
mhm.
Uh, uh, yeah, I really like that. I like Jefferson Airplane. I love Jefferson Airplane. I just love the way it sounds. It sounds like the 60s. It makes me think of, you know, Woodstock and hippies and flower power stuff. And I don't know. It takes, when I listen to it, it takes me back to a different period of time. If I
Well,
listen to, if I listen to grunge, I'm also a big Smashing Pumpkins fan, for instance.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I really love it. And if I listen to that, then I think I'm back in the 90s, which is cool. It's very nostalgic. Yeah.
for sure. I'm actually uh I I love Smashing Pumpkins too, and I I really enjoy a lot of punk music, right? So like I like the harder punk,
Yeah.
but like Rancid, I love
Yeah.
Rancid, man. I can't like I feel like I can, their first probably three albums I could listen to on repeat forever.
Yeah.
Um, but Smashing Pumpkins, Green Day, and
Yeah.
Rancid are going on tour.
Yeah.
And my daughter loves Green Day. So I'm like, okay, I guess we're gonna go see that a couple of times this year.
Yeah. Yeah. But also Smash Pumpkins, the things they're doing right now, I don't like the things they're doing right now. But I love the early albums. I
Yeah.
think the early albums are amazing. Also sound-wise, I listen to the sound of the guitars. I listen to the way he plays the solos.
Hmm.
I think he's a great guitar player. I really think so. Billy Corgan is an amazing guitar player. Uh,
Yeah. And
and I
it,
pick up a lot of stuff from different guitar players that I like. And well, without knowing it, I just listen to the music and then I try to play some solos or some stuff from Smash Pumpkins, and then uh, I incorporate it into my own playing. But it's not a conscious thing to do. It just happens unconsciously. Yeah. Uh,
yeah.
Also did a lot of Kirk Hammett solos from Metallica. Started a lot of those things as well. Uh, yeah. Also David Gilmour, a big Pink Floyd fan as
Oh
well.
yeah.
So yeah, I get my influences from everywhere a bit, from all the guitar players that I admire. Um, yeah.
It's good to be able to pull from all those different influences, right? Because you really you look at Gilmore and he doesn't have a style like anyone else. Like his playing style is very unique.
It's David Gilmour.
Yeah.
If yeah, he can make his guitar weep or something like that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? He puts a lot of emotion in the guitar and in the guitar sound, and it really comes through. And that's what I really like about him. It's technically not that. It's, of course, it's not easy to play, but it's not the most difficult thing to play. But it's difficult to play because he puts a lot of emotion in the notes that he plays.
Yeah. The way his phrasing of the notes
Yeah, phrasing
is
of the note is incredible, and it's
yeah.
very emotional. And yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the kind of music that I like. If it makes me feel in a certain way, doesn't matter what the emotion is. If it just evokes some kind of emotion, then I think it's cool music.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
for instance, you have the Rage Against the Machine. For instance, I love Rage Against the Machine because it's really it's
yeah.
so it's aggressive, but it's also yeah. You want the world is fucked up, and we have to change the world. And yeah, if you go to I went to see Rage Against the Machine a couple of times,
Mhm.
and then afterwards it was like, yeah, we're going to change the world and fuck everything, fuck the machine, fuck this,
Yeah.
that. So it really pumps you up, and that's what I like about music. If you feel engaged or in any kind of emotion, doesn't matter what the emotion is, that's cool music to me.
Well, I agree, right? It's It's got to evoke some sort of emotion. It's got
Yeah,
to make you feel something.
yeah,
And the other thing for me is like when I listen to an album, it gives me goosebumps, and I'm like,
yeah,
oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Then you know this is cool music. Yeah.
yeah,
So if you say that, if you listen to our album and you go like, yeah, that's very cool to me because
oh for
that's
sure. It's and again, right? I will say this 1,000 times this week alone. Like that album is so fucking good, and it,
that's
and it's not just that album, right? Like I probably listened to that album 10 or 15 times through this week. And then I also went back and listened to the other stuff too. And I'm like, God, like just a really good, solid band, you know?
yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, really appreciate it.
Um, I'll send something to the band page, but there's a band kind of local to me. They're out of Cincinnati,
Yeah.
um, called Blessed Black.
Hmm.
Same thing. They are so fucking good.
I'm gonna check it out. Blessed Black.
Yeah.
Blessed Black. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
check it out.
they're fantastic. So, as far as the band goes, what do you hope really happens over the next year for the band? Like, do you guys have a goal?
Well, the goal for me, the goal is to play as many cool shows as possible. That's basically the goal for me, and I would like to take it, like we discussed before, one step further. Of course, I would love to play all the big festivals, but I know that we have to take certain steps to get there. And for me, I would like to just take the next step, and then the next step, and then the next step, and just see how far we can take it. But I'm not 18 years anymore, so I know how it works, and I think we have to make realistic uh,
Set,
goals to
yeah,
set ourselves some goals that we can attain. Because we can, of course, all dream like we would like to play in a Hellfest, for instance, here in France. Or there are a lot of big festivals that I would love to play, of course. But there are steps to be taken before we can do that. And so I think the next step for us is to play abroad more, to play shows outside of Belgium, France, Germany is a big market. Um, I think we can play a lot of shows in Germany, and we should play a lot of shows in Germany. So, like for the goal for me, like this year would be play some very cool uh, gigs in Germany, and there are also a lot of cool festivals in Germany as well. So that's I think it's a realistic goal to set,
okay.
and then going on from there, yeah, uh, hope to make it to increase the fan base, and if the fan base increases, I think other opportunities are going to present themselves, and we get to play bigger shows. So I think it works that way.
I think
So
you're right. I mean, that's the way it should work, right? Like
yeah,
everyone looks at bands and goes, "Man, they were overnight success." Well, that overnight success only took them 10 years to get to
yeah,
that,
yes,
you know?
yes, it does. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it just works like that, and you have to put in the time and the effort, and you have to have a good product. Of course, the music has to be kick-ass, the show has to be kick-ass. So uh, we're working on the live experience as well. We're thinking about what can we do to increase the live experience, like visuals or yeah, stuff like that. Uh, we also have to focus on. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of work to do, a lot of work to be done.
For
But
sure.
I believe we can take that step. I truly think we have the music to take it to the next level.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah,
So
I'm going to agree with you. I think that, the music as a whole is it's solid, it's tight. Like what
mhm.
if you don't know what you're going to listen to and you hear it, you go, "Holy shit."
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah,
Like it hooks you. It is just
yeah, yeah,
fuck. Fuck, it's
yeah.
good.
Thanks, man. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's cool. And here in Belgium, we get to play the cool stuff. So that's great. I think in Belgium we have the Alcatraz Metal Festival, for instance, is a very big festival. It's very cool that we're able to play there for the second time. So the Desert Fest we have done the Desert Fest London. So yeah, it's time to take it abroad more, and that means going. I think Germany is a solid goal
Okay.
for us to go for. Yeah, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah,
So do you feel like Germany has a really solid like stoner rock scene?
yeah, I do think so. Yeah, they have a lot of cool festivals over there as well, like the Freak Valley Festival, which I would love to play one day, which I think is an amazing festival with a cool lineup every year. And there are a number of festivals in Germany in the stoner scene. Um, it's also it's a bigger market, of course. Like here in Belgium, we're only like 10 million people in Belgium, and Belgium is divided in two parts. You have the northern part, which is called Flanders. So that's where uh, we live,
Mhm.
which has only 5 million people. It's a very small market. It's yeah. I think maybe if we were an American band with the same music, maybe would have been different. Would you
I don't
agree?
know.
No,
No,
not
no,
at all.
because for like I I believe in the music itself, right?
Yeah,
It's not where you're from. It's in the product that you put out. Um, and if we look at like Fire Down Below from the first release to now,
yeah,
you can see the growth as a band.
yeah,
And this so far, like all the music is good, but this is my opinion is your best work so far. And
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like this is the album that can really take you guys out into all of these other markets, regardless of where you're from,
Carlos or yeah, okay, yeah,
you know?
it's cool.
Well, it's, and you can look at it like, oh, if we were here, it would probably be easier. I don't think so, right? Because you're gonna have all of the same things,
Yeah,
right? You're still gonna have a family, right?
yeah,
Kids,
of
a
course. Yeah,
job, all of
yeah,
those things. And
yeah,
it's so so
yeah.
with all of those factors, as long as you guys can make the effort and say, you know what, we don't have to work these 2 weeks. Let's just go play every fucking night we
Yeah,
can or whatever.
yeah. Yeah, that's true. Of course, there are a lot of more American people than there are Belgian people. Maybe um, that has an influence.
Maybe, but you guys have a lot more
Yeah,
accessibility to other places, right?
yeah,
France, Germany, the
yeah,
Netherlands,
that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
right?
And of course, we have Ripple Music who allows us to get heard in the United States. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think they do a really good job at pushing you guys.
yeah. They really
And
do. I met Todd. He came over to Belgium, I think, 2 years ago. So he's a really cool guy, and he really loves the music. He does it out of love for the music. He's a really cool guy, and so yeah, we're very happy that he's on board.
that's the important thing is knowing that someone genuinely believes in the music itself and is not just like, yeah, I can make a buck off of them. Cool. Right.
No, 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 no. He's not like that.
Right.
Yeah,
No, that's cool. I think that's what I like about just heavier music as a whole is the passion that everyone has for it. It's, hey, listen to this band, dude. I saw this band and they were freaking great. Here, here's a CD, or here's a tape, or check this. However it works. Like I've probably sent the last album you guys have on Spotify to probably 10 people today alone.
very cool, man.
Like, I'm like, listen, they're fucking good.
Thanks, man.
Like,
Really appreciate it.
you
Yeah.
know, but it's just passion, right?
It
Um,
is passion, yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm not into this for the for the money or something like that.
Right.
I just love what I just love this. Yeah, I just love doing it. I love playing guitar. I love going out to shows. I love meeting new people. So yeah, that's what I'm in it for.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
not in it for the fame or the money or all the stuff.
Well, now you just got to get your kids out to shows.
Yeah, I'm gonna take your advice. So I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna tell them this is the next show they're going to. And yeah.
Yeah. Well, so I just asked my daughter, right? I never told her like you have to go to this show. I just said, "Hey, I'm going to go to
Yeah.
this show."
You want to
Uh
join me? Yeah.
yeah, you're welcome to go, and it helps cuz a lot of times some of the smaller bands that are like opening the show, I know someone in, so like we'll go to the show and she gets to actually talk to someone who is either getting ready to go up on stage or has been on stage. So for her, it's like, oh, this is actually kind of cool,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
you know, like yeah. So we and she gets to jam out, then she gets to talk to him after and
yeah. That's cool. Yeah, that's of course that's cool. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. So what when we did all of that stuff, like we went to go see Testament and Sepultura and Prong,
yeah,
and she got to meet Chuck Billy and Gene Hoglan, and then she met Paulo and Eloy from Sepultura, and we walked away, and she's like, "Yeah, that was okay." And now she's a few years older. Her friends are like, "Oh, you got to meet them? That's
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah. That's
cool." And she's like,
yeah,
"Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
you know,
cool."
that's
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know, so it's just funny. And I'm sure you get your kids out to the shows, right? Especially a show you guys are playing and they get to actually see you in your environment. It'll
yeah.
really,
It'll
really
blow their mind.
change.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take you up on that
Yeah.
advice.
Hell yeah. All right. Kevin,
All right, man.
thank you. I greatly, greatly appreciate you coming to like spend some time in your evening with me. I'm sure it's
Problem, man. It's no problem. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
hell yeah.
I hope my English is not too bad. Uh,
It's a lot better than my Norwegian or
then you're
whatever.
Dutch. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
So we're good.
very
I
good.
I greatly appreciate it. I again, I love the band. I can't get over how good you guys are. I'm really excited to see all of the things that happens for the band because I feel like you guys will be super, super successful.
Thank you very much, man. Really appreciate that. Uh, for the nice, for the kind words. Really appreciate it, man. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, go
Okay.
have a great night, my friend.
I will do that, man.
All right. See ya.
Cheers. Talk to you later.